Alrighty, boys, it's dark as frig out here. I swapped out. I have 6 bulbs in here, and I put 4 100-watt LEDs in just to see how it would do. And because I planned on putting like LED panels in, obviously for tons of light, but the Jesus, these 100-watt LEDs are incredible. I don't think I'll be doing any retrofitting. Those center ones are LEDs, but they're like a warmer light. These are those 5500 or 5000K daylight 100-watt LED bulbs, and they are ridiculous. I mean, I had 60-watt regular bulbs out here, and they were awful. So each one of these only runs on like 13 watts. So if I got all of them swapped out, they would use as much as one of the other regular bulbs. Anyway, what we're working on here is fuel stuff for the Colorado coming up. I did something funny. I bought 2 10s, and then this is my eBay regulator and fuel stuff for when I swap the Trailblazer SS intake on. And this is a second 255 pump. We're going there. We're going for the 750 setup. What does it take to make 750? And interestingly enough, I think that the kit, the Don't BS Me kit, will go 750 easily, just with more fuel safely. So this is the second 450 that's going in the tank to make sure we're okay to push it on E85, because I don't know if I will push as hard as I'm going to push on pump gas. So I'm going to recommend that we go ethanol. And then this is for my 2 10s. I bought the ethanol connector, or the 210 Nippon, Denso, Toyota, whatever connector this is. So I'm going to, I have like the LQ4 style or the mini Delphi connector. I'll show you obviously when I build these. But I have a swap connector on already, so I'm just going to change out the heads, and I'm going to get rid of my 105s and do the 210s. Also, I had a bunch of people reach out to me about this. A guy on Sloppy wanted to sell injectors, and people were like, well, I'm hesitant to buy injectors from somebody I don't know. Rightfully so. And what he did was, he's like, well, I'll send a set to Matt if Matt wants to test them, and okay it or give his thoughts, and then you guys will feel better. So I'm opening the letter here. Sorry for the nausea. Anyway, I got this letter. He says, my name's Elliot Carter. He's the guy that was posting them up for sale. He says he is starting a business, Pressurized Performance Engineering, to bring quality fuel and turbo. He's going to do all sorts of stuff, but he is pushing for his injectors right away, and he is being honest. He ordered these from China. These are his injector, and it even says, let's take you down right here. Check out that VP drum dough. He says they're China cores. He's not trying to hide anything from anybody. He's going to try to obviously make them pretty cheap. He says contact him. I made an Instagram post, and he is on there, and he says DM him for questions for right now. But he sent me a set of 1300s. Can I focus? Come on. They have that nice China oil smell. Yeah, 1300 cc. And then it says PPE. It has his logo. And then it says FI 1300 EV6SH. So these are 130 pound roughly. The math isn't exactly on, but it's almost 10 times. It's like 9 point something times. Anyway, I'm going to try these. And before I try them, I'm going to send them to Eric Durr to get a little bit more flow data out of them. I'm sure he would be interested in seeing and making sure they flow the right amount. I am interested in making sure that they are somewhat close to even and have no flow problems before I put them in my car and blow it up. So I don't want that to happen. I don't think anybody else does. Well, some people want it to blow up, that's for sure. Sometimes I want it to blow up. Anyway, I'm going to try these guys out. The significance of this, I think, is pretty great if these end up working, because I think 80s are dying out. I don't know if I would necessarily ever buy 80s again, because you can just decap. And if you want something bigger, if you need bigger than 80s, I would say go right to 210s, because of the cost effectiveness is so close to buying any other injector, and that's huge, and you really don't need to buy any other injector. You can get them between like 450 and 550. VS Racing sells them, obviously, with his, you know, no hassle guarantee, good parts from Varenne. I love getting stuff from Varenne. I know it's good. So we're going to try these guys out, see how far we can go, see if we can hit that 770 goal, 750-ish, and we'll see how these guys work out. And then I'm going to do 210s, and I'm going to give out tunes for, I already have the decap, I have 105s in now, I'm going to put these 130s in if they work out, do a tune-up on that, give that out, and then fire off the 210s and show everybody all the 210 stuff, and have the second fuel pump in, and, you know, we'll get all this happy fuel and horsepower stuff going, and let everybody know how it does. But that is like a fuel update for the Colorado. It is getting more fuel. We are going to lean on it and see what happens. And try out these injectors and see how they work. I think that's pretty neat.